Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm glad you guys can stop in real quick. So past week I've been kind of busy. Got Hurl's Yard, named this after my father since he's the one that started me to do my own model railroad club. So he's got his own yard and his own tower and his milepost. See what I did? I put the year he was born in, so he's born 1944. So that's the milepost here. And then I got this bridge here that's in between Lima, Ohio and Indiana, I believe it's somewhere around in that area. But it's not quite prototypical, but it's close enough because I didn't feel like short taking my shelves down and make it correctly, and I just squeezed it. So that's got the bridge's name there, and this tower here I named this one after my dog, Kayla. That dog went everywhere with me. Train watching, everything. She went everywhere I went. Now I'll get to this in a minute here because there's been an update, a new one for the club layout. I gotta try not to show you. And I got Yellowstone City in. This is all Yellowstone City. Guy must be rich, hey. And then I named this one here after my brother Richard, and that's the milepost for him. I got Margie's Bridge after my mom. Margaret, there's my grandmother. That's her bridge. I got F Tower here in town, you know. And then this is Wheeler's Yard. This one's Charlie's Yard. I named this after my dog Charlie. The reason why, because it's Charlie's Tower. Because I was building a layout in my attic and I dropped that and he picked it up and started chasing it. Or he had it in his mouth and another dog started chasing him, so that's called Charlie's Yard. That's why that's an awesome story. So this whole section here is Charlie's Yard. I'll get to that in a minute. And so far, I got everything labeled, even down here. One is called Kenny Station. I named that after my older brother, Kenny, and everything. And you got Arcadia's Tower, which is right there. And the coolest thing, I was trying to come up with the name for my railroad station. I have to drill a hole for my tree. I couldn't figure out what to name it. So last Saturday, we came up with a name called Josh Station. We got the milepost in there for him. And the Thomas Bridge, that's after my great-grandfather Thomas. And that's his bridge. And then on that other side is Jacob Bridge. It's after my younger brother. So this yard here was trying to figure up a name for it. So this one here is called Josh Yard. And this is really cool. You know, there it is. Josh Yard. Awesome. So we got the yards all named and everything. The staging yard, I haven't named it yet because it's more like a staging yard basically. So yeah. Oh, even my buddy, he watches my YouTube channel and he dropped off some stuff for us yesterday. Some train orders. This one here, Santa Fe's train orders back in the 89, November of 89. Can't show it to my brother because he probably wanted that. But yeah, that's all 89. I gotta hide that from my. And there's 1990 and everything. So these are all train orders here. And this has got train orders from I think BNSF and everything else and a little modern stuff. So you got that in there. Some other stuff. It's really cool. There's some train orders in this one too. He told me about some identifications of trains and stuff and some of the routes. Oh, it's actually Run 8. Snuck that one in on me. But it's cool though. See, there's some train orders from 1990. Kind of gives us a reference to kind of like a guidebook basically. Kind of like what to do, railroad signals. You know, I appreciate that a lot. And so now for the big update. I know you guys probably seen when I walked by here when I said I was gonna get to it. What's really cool, my dad bought this back in July of 1968. He put the year and everything on it. Can you imagine buying a book like that back then for $3? I wish it was like that today. So I'll get into it why I have these two books out. Okay? I hear another train. So here's one of the big changes. I put a crossover in. Now, if this track wasn't here on this side, and it had a switch here. This would be a big reverse loop to come back in, but I didn't do that. I chose it so it's easier for everybody else. So I made the track come through here so it ain't a reverse loop. But the polarity is different from this side when you come over here. What do I mean? This side inside here is red, comes around back through here, and I think that side's red, I believe. I kind of forgot, but I have it insulated here for the light bulb protection. So when you want to come through here, you flip the switch and both of them turn, and then after that you come over here and then you flick that up. It reverses the polarity automatically, comes through here, and you wait for the train to come about midway. You come back here, you flick it down, that's it. It's that simple. You can run on and go into the yard and everything, come through here. And he wants me to put a couple switches into here, but I have a problem. If I put a switch in here, I can't do no crossover here because I have to run it clear up here to make it correctly. So we're going to talk about that tomorrow and everything. So I have to do the same thing down here. And also I bought some turtle switches. Never messed with them or anything. I watch a bunch of videos and they're pretty simple to wire up and everything else. So I'll be getting those because I used Athearn switches that goes underneath the table. But I don't have enough room in between here. That's the problem I'm having. Our turtle switch would be so much easier and I just put it in, you're done. That's why I got ordered. It's supposed to be here today, but you know how the mail system is. It'll be here tomorrow, hopefully. So, show you what I had to do. Okay, so before I get into how I wired it all up, what I was talking about, if it's just one track, it'd be just like this, coming into here, and then now all of a sudden you have to reverse the polarity on this whole section here. That's why I didn't want to go through the hassle. It's just easier to have two tracks and it looks like two main lines. So that's what I did. So that gives you a reference what I had to do, why I didn't go that route. So now, to wire it up for a reverse loop, I mean, it tells you here too, but it's a little confusing a little bit. So I'm specify here. This is what you got, how to wire it up right here. So it's pretty simple, okay? You got your crisscross wires, okay? So you got your power wires coming in the side here. These go to your track, okay? So when you hit the switch, it automatically reverses the polarity. And when you flip it back, it keeps the same polarity all the time until you're ready to flip that switch. It's really simple. See, if you wanted to, you can pause it, and it does work for DCC. Now they have a switch here for like if you want to turn the power on and off. So what I did, I put a 1156 light bulb in between it, because since it's all insulated and the power comes into it. So that's what I did. I put 1156 light bulb. Now you can watch Ron's trains and things because he talks more definition about the 1156 light bulb, how to hook it all up. And that looks like a rat's nest, but I don't care. It works. But I'll fix it later. But this is my switch here for reversing the polarity. Okay. So if I leave it on right there, that's off. Basically, you got on, off, on. So just like that. If you bump it, the train won't run. But that's how I have it hooked up. Works great. But I can't wait for my turtle switches to come. So I will do a how-to video, how to do this for DCC, because you know how many reverse loops I have on this now? Let's count. We'll start with number 1. This one was the first one. This is number 1 here, okay? That's the first one I ever done. Can't count this one yet. Okay? That don't even come close yet. Be a little dark. So it's a little messy down here. So this one whole track, as you can see right here, this is my reverse loop through here, and I have a wire mess, I know, but I understand how it works. So it goes down and it just reverses the polarity. This turns it on or off. Your switches for both sides, and that's how I have it hooked up. So that's number 2. This one here's number 3. Okay, because I can turn that into a reverse loop. And I have a number 4 coming up pretty soon here. So that's be number 4. Okay, I'm gonna have another one here, number 5 here, shortly. That'd be right here. So we have some crossovers and stuff. So that way, if somebody's coming, decide they want to come over this side to get onto the yard, they just switch over and boom, right up. It does the same thing as that one. And we'll talk about it tomorrow. So it'd be almost the same way. So, oh no, it'd be the opposite. It'd be the opposite. I'm sorry. So you can come from this track, cross over to here. Yeah, cross over here. It'd be the opposite of what down there is. My Delexic kicked in. So that's all I got for an update. And again, that does work for DCC. You know, it might look hard for you, but like Robert Einstein, you know, if it's hard stuff, it's hard for him, it makes it easy. And the easy stuff for us, we can't understand it, but he can. You know, that's what I'm getting at. But I'm glad my dad had this book and everything, and it's been a big help from day one. I learned everything from these 2 books here. And yeah, and he bought this one in '69. How cool. All right, enough talking, shooting the shit and everything. Thanks for watching. Keep on railroading though. Keep on keeping on.